What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another video. Just before we get into the video, don't forget to like or dislike the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment down below. Have you ever wondered why Hulk Hogan stopped using Survivor's Eye of the Tiger as his entrance theme, or why the Road Warriors stopped coming out to Black Sabbath's Iron Man? The reason is simple. The music industry guards its songs with a ferocity akin to organized crime's protection of its territory. Thus was born original entrance music for wrestlers. Here at 10 times, WCW ripped off popular mainstream songs for entrance themes. And don't worry, there are more where these came from. Number 1. Vince Russo's theme is Black Sabbath's Iron Man. There are so many reasons to hate Vince Russo's tenure in WCW, booking the company's funeral by putting the WCW title on David Arquette, then putting it on himself. Just as bad though was Russo coming out to Vince Russo's theme. A song that concealed its identity to Black Sabbath's Iron Man. Number 2. Diamond Dallas Page's theme is Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. The 1990s saw grunge music explode, with the Seattle sound taking over rock music. This led to a number of grunge entrance themes, notably Diamond Dallas Page's Self High Five.
Self High Five.
The song was catchy and there was a good reason for it, because it sounded just like Nirvana's breakout hit Smells Like Teen Spirit song. As you might imagine, Nirvana's David Grohl wasn't happy, as Diamond Dallas recalled in a 2012 interview. Jimmy Hart and I did the song together, and Jimmy is a genius. I felt that Smells Like Teen Spirit was the sound of the 90s. That was awesome for me. Dave Grohl was hot cause that was like a rip-off of their music. He heard it and was like, WCW owes us money. We did just enough in terms of changing the notes. So it was it, but wasn't. Number 3. The artist formerly known as Prince Ikeia's theme is Prince's Purple Rain. If you're going to base your wrestling character off music legend Prince, you might as well rip off one of his songs. That's exactly what WCW did when they repackaged Prince Ikeia as the artist formerly known as Prince Ikeia. A play on Prince's refusal to go by his stage name when he battled his record label. Number 4. Jeff Jarrett's theme is Kid Rock's Cowboy. Jeff Jarrett's WCW entrance theme was appropriately titled The Chosen One. But it could easily have passed for Kid Rock's hit Cowboy. When asked whether the song was a rip-off, Double J repeatedly answered, "Listen up, slapnuts, it's not infringement if you don't lose a lawsuit." While Jarrett didn't actually say that, he wasn't fooling anyone back then, and he still isn't. Number 5. Chris Jericho's theme is Pearl Jam's Evenflo. Whilst it's bad when a fan hates a wrestler's theme, it's even worse when the wrestler hates his own theme. Jericho had even admitted in a number of shoots he hated his WCW theme. Whilst it's undetermined that Jericho was talking about his theme One Crazed Anarchist, which is a direct rip-off of Pearl Jam's song Evenflo, we're still unsure how WCW got away with this one, as they sound pretty much identical side by side. Number 6. The Revolution's theme is Marlon Manson's The Beautiful People. WCW's short-lived faction of Chris Benoit, Shane Douglas, Dean Malenko, and Perry Saturn set out to revolutionize WCW. However, their entrance theme wasn't so revolutionary, with fans immediately pointing out its resemblance to Marilyn Manson's The Beautiful People. The theme song would become a moot point as the Revolution would jump ship to the WWF, leaving Shane Douglas behind, but bringing Eddie Guerrero. Number 7. Rick Steiner's theme is Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle. Wrestling's dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner got his own entrance music after he and longtime tag partner and real-life brother Scott Steiner parted ways. While WCW may have thought they were being clever by inserting the sounds of dogs barking onto the song Dog Pound, it still sounded too much like Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle to fool anyone. No word if Rick Steiner uses this when he sits on the Board of Education in the Cherokee County School District. Number 8. Shane Douglas' theme is Deep Purple's Perfect Strangers. The franchise used Deep Purple's Perfect Strangers as his entrance music in ECW, as well as Metallica's The Unforgiven, so fans weren't surprised to hear Ric Flair's biggest detractor use it to make his way down to the ring in WCW. A closer listen revealed the song was actually what website tvtropes.com refers to as a suspiciously similar song. One so close to the original, you have to listen twice. Here, as often was the case in WCW, Jimmy Hart worked wonders, creating a suspiciously similar song entitled The Perfect Franchise that was lawyer-friendly at the same time. Number 9. Raven's theme is Nirvana's Come As You Are. Scott Levy's Raven character was largely inspired by the grunge movement, from his unique look to his nihilistic promos. After establishing himself in ECW, Raven moved to WCW, where Jimmy Hart waved his magical music wand, removing the copyright restrictions from Come As You Are, and transforming it into the WCW version known as Raven. And number 10. Ernest Miller's theme is James Brown's Get On Up. Ernest the Cat Miller's heel turn saw him transform into a bombastic villain reminiscent of how the legendary Muhammad Ali taunted opponents by referring to himself as the greatest. Miller also began celebrating his wins with post-match dances reminiscent of the godfather of soul, James Brown. With that in mind, it's no surprise Miller's entrance theme was I'm the Greatest.
I'm the greatest! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
A rip-off of Brown's Get On Up.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene, get on up.
At one point, Miller even boasted he knew Brown and could outdance him. This led to an unannounced appearance by James Brown at 2000 Super Bowl pay-per-view where Miller and Brown had a dance-off. While WCW was criticized for not advertising the appearance, the website WCW Worldwide claims, according to Kevin Sullivan, Brown had committed to WCW a couple of times prior to this pay-per-view, but consistently flaked, and his way of doing a make good was to appear on the show for free. As awesome as that sounds, WCW couldn't advertise James Brown to show up for Super Bowl 2000, as they weren't even sure that he'd actually come through. Well guys, there you have it. 10 times WCW ripped off popular mainstream songs for wrestlers' entrance themes. We're sure that there are plenty more, including ones from the WWE, so be sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.